Welcome to the next installment of What Am I Doing? Today we're talking pull-ups. It's one of my most requested ones from all my in-person clients. Getting to your first pull-up is a great challenge, and overcoming that is a great success. So today we'll talk scaling, getting to your first pull-up and how to get there. And then once you're past that first pull-up, how can you make it more challenging by adding weight and all these things. We'll also talk about hand placement and how to make sure you're really engaging your lats in the pull-ups, right? You want to make sure you're working your lats in your pull-up, that way you can get stronger throughout. I see a lot of people kind of kip through these and really try to learning a strict pull-up is really important here, okay, so you can keep scaling up. If you're not quite yet at your first body weight pull-up, scaling there can be really easy. You'll see a lot of people in the gym, they'll loop a band from the top. I think this option is fine, but if you can, get your racks J-hooks, okay? You're gonna find a hole evenly, right? And then we're just gonna loop a band across. I like this variation a little better just because you can scale it a little easier. So maybe next week when you've already added a band, you just move it down. Maybe you decrease the band tension, right? Two easy ways to scale through this variation. After you've gotten to your first body weight pull-up, scaling beyond that is important. Here at Matheny Muscle House, we'll often add a weighted vest, a weighted belt. I think working in rep ranges of 3 to 5, the strength ranges for your pull-ups can be very beneficial to carrying over to your bench press, your squat, and your deadlift. Just really strengthening that posterior chain. Beyond that, how you can engage your lats even better, I think this is why adding the pull-up into any program is really good. It's just a great way to start feeling your lats more. A lot of people struggle with this, maybe in your bench press, in your deadlift, trying to find your lats a little more. I think this is a great way to carry it over, okay? So if you're not quite even at your first pull-up yet, I would start in an inverted row. There's 2 cues I'm gonna give you to trying to find those lats. So when you're setting up for the pull-up, you're gonna grab that bar. I want you to pretend like you're almost breaking that bar. What it's gonna do is it's gonna drop your elbows in, okay, let that chest rise a little bit, and now it's gonna isolate those lats, but you have to keep that position. It's important to keep your core tight through the pull-up so you can isolate your lats more. If you're swaying through the pull-up, you need to slow it down, right? And I would say, maybe if you can get a couple body weight pull-ups but you're swaying, it's not gonna have that carryover. You're not gonna be able to isolate your lats in that way, so add the band. Maybe add the assist if you're at a commercial gym, okay? So I'll face out here. We're gonna break that bar. You wanna try to get your hand to roll up too. You don't wanna be pulling just by those fingers, okay? I would always suggest keeping that thumb engaged. The suicide grip, I don't think is as good. Okay, full stretch. Break that bar, let that chest rise, and I'm gonna keep this position now. Close and squeeze. And when I'm at the top there, I'm trying to really wrap my elbows around. One of the best cues I've been given on a pull-up by a better coach than me was act like it's a clamshell and you're just closing that elbow down and bringing it back up, right? You gotta really drive that elbow back down and in and squeeze those lats together and think about wrapping around, okay? This is where I would start if you're struggling with finding your lats in your pull-up. Include these once or twice a week even. Here at Matheny Muscle House, we'll do at least a lat pull down once a week and then a pull-up as another movement later in the week, okay? Sometimes we'll do a weighted pull-up for 3, 4, 5 sets for 3 to 5 reps, okay? And then later in the week, we'll do a body weight variation, okay, for higher rep ranges, okay? So, always be thinking, hey, I can make this tougher by adding weight, maybe instability or something else, all right? So keep those pull-ups in your program. I think they're one of the best movements to carry over and be any accessory into one of your main lifts.